Welcome, weary travellers, to Direcast. If you're listening to this, you've successfully found our first ever episode, and we're very proud of you. Here at Direcast, our group of 6 glorified court jesters play different RPGs, bringing you a new game and system every few weeks. My name's Luki, and this week we're playing Honey Heist, a game where you play as a group of bears trying to steal honey. With that in mind, this week's question is, what is your favourite heist film? Mine is St. Trinian's.
Excellent answer. Yeah.
I'm Matt, and my favourite heist film is probably The Inside Man.
I'm Jacob, and my favourite heist film is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Hi, I'm Helen, and my favourite heist film is that one with all the cars where they drive around like minis and take out those black vans that have the thing in it.
The Italian Job!
Sure! I couldn't remember
Great
its
choice.
My
name.
favourite heist film, but I can't remember what it's called.
Hello there, my name is Peter, and my favourite heist film is Steven Seagal's 2002 masterpiece, Half Past Dead.
I've seen it in the bargain bin.
It can only be described as an experience.
My name's H, and my favourite heist film is Inception.
Where we heist your mind.
Exactly, it's a brain heist. What's better than a brain heist?
So, which lucky member of our party is GMing this week?
That would be me, Helen.
Whoop whoop, this is Helen's first time GMing, and she does very well. So, we know what we're playing, and we know who we are, so I think it's time we get to it.
Honey Heist! Honey Heist!
Honey Heist.
So, today, we are going to be playing Honey Heist. And this is my first time ever GMing anything ever, so if I get it wrong, feel free to tweet me at my Twitter that I don't have.
Feel free to tweet her by shouting at a train.
Feel free to contact us by screaming into an acorn, planting it under a bush, and waiting for it to grow into a tree. We'll know.
Or just cuss out a passing sparrow.
Yeah, they'll tell us.
They will.
Yeah, fuck 'em sparrows.
Very loudly outside the window.
Anyway, Helen, please continue.
So this is a game where you, the characters, are trying to infiltrate HoneyCon, a world-renowned, world-famous, world-attended convention around the most beautiful and perfect of all substances, honey.
This game is set in a pre-COVID-19 world.
Yeah, I was about
This game
to
is
say.
set in a different
This
universe.
honeycomb is on Zoom.
SoonCon. So, the con this year is being held at a lavish lakeside camp called LLC. It has in the past been used to train lawyers.
Nice.
Thank you for the chuckle and groan.
Yeah.
But for this weekend only, it has been transformed. The lake and its surrounding area has been fenced off. A car park has been built very quickly. And there is all manner of stalls and stores. And in fact, you know that in one tent, there is even Miss Universe 2017. A
If she's not lathered in honey, I'm not interested.
Wait for it.
bewitching
Oh.
person.
This, by the way, this is something that Helen has rolled on the from the main
see.
game.
I thought you were just riffing. I was
No,
like,
this is a
good,
real
strong
thing.
Pun game.
There are lots of options,
Oh.
like a briefcase of pure Manuka extract, the queen of all bees.
I will
So I know who to
specify.
write to about my pain.
The pun game is all mine.
So we're looking for the bewitching Miss Universe.
You're looking for the bewitching Miss Universe and any honey you can get in your mouths. Because what our lovely audience don't realise yet is that you're not just any con goers. You are bears. Literal animal bears. And a fun thing about this game is that you actually include rolling your characters in the gameplay. So there's sort of set charts that will tell you what your characters are, and you can roll your dice and find out who you are and build yourself up from that. So we're going to be starting off with doing that. Matt, please roll 3d6 and tell me the individual numbers. Don't add them up.
Okay, so the first one is a 4.
Yep.
The second one is a 5. And the third one is a 4.
Wonderful. And could you roll a d8 for me?
I can. Except I can't, because... Oh, no, this is a D8 for a minute.
Oh my god!
Oh, no, it's not. It is, in fact, a D10.
You just went to get your
Why
dice!
do you always have d10s? You never
I'm
have
sorry,
the dice
everyone.
you need.
I got a D... Right, okay, ready? Here we go. It's a 2. I've rolled a 2 on my
Rolled a
D8.
2.
Congrats.
Well done,
Right.
Matt.
Thank you. I feel impressed.
So, the first bear to slowly make their way into the clearing by nearish to the car park, staring sadly at the little bit of fence that can be seen, is a sun bear. One
sun bear?
that some people may say is a little bit unhinged.
Google sun bears, Matt. They are so amazing looking.
As we all know, sun bears have the special skill to sense honey.
Oh, it's adorable.
Remember this.
Sorry, I've just looked him up.
They're handsome fellas,
The
aren't
tongue.
Does your sun bear have a name, Matt?
Yeah, his name is Gordon.
Gordon, the unhinged sun bear, is wearing a top hat.
Of
they?
course
Yes, he is.
Excellent.
He is also, as well as being a sun bear and therefore able to sense honey, a hacker. Right.
Okay, so Gordon, the slightly unhinged sun bear who can hack computers and wears a top hat.
Yes.
Adorable.
And can sense honey.
Oh, and I can sense honey.
You can sense honey. This is important, as I will explain later when I tell you how to roll dice. Peter,
Hello.
roll me your dice.
I will do. I have rolled a 6, a 2, and a 5. Oh, and a 2 on the D8.
Well, Peter, turning up next to this somewhat unhinged sun bear who can sense honey is a beautiful white polar bear. You're so good at swimming. Like, swimming is your thing. You love swimming
yes.
so much, despite the fact that you are incompetent. Your descriptor
Yes.
is incompetent. You are an incompetent polar bear who is wearing a top hat.
Well, I'm not in the Arctic, am I?
Yeah, something's gone wrong.
You two are wearing a top hat.
We don't know where this luxury lake... What was this place? Luxury Lake Cottage
LLC.
LLC.
This is true. It could be in, like, Tromsø in Norway.
Peter, does your bear have a name?
Oh, yes.
What is my role?
You
Oh, yeah.
are
I need
a
a
thief.
second to think of a name.
What
Oh,
are
a
you, the
thief.
thief? Ooh. You're an incompetent
incompetent
thief
thief.
who knows how to swim.
Well, with all the information presented before me, I think the only name I can really go for is Michael.
So far we have Michael and Gordon. I'm loving this.
Oh boy.
Come here, Colin. We have honey.
Nigel, is that you?
Nigel!
Luki, roll
So
your
he-
dice for me, please.
Luki is rolling her dice. Okay. I've got 1, 6, 3.
Right.
And then my hat is a 2.
Noticing a trend here.
Yeah.
you are.
Are we all getting top
Another
hats?
top hat. Yeah.
So, coming out with a beautiful top hat is the rookie of the group. But your much-needed getaway driver. What is your name?
What is my name? Bumbelina.
Bumbelina, the honey badger, comes out and joins you in a spiffing top hat.
Does the top hat have bloodstains on it?
It does, and she is sort of gnawing on the edge of it.
Bumbelina, like all honey badgers, has a great skill for carnage. H, roll me a dice. Or 2, or 3, or 4.
I'm very excited. It is 4, 4, 5.
Right. We have another thief in your ranks.
Oh,
Ooh.
Please roll your d8 as well.
oh, of course. That's the number 1.
Ooh, you got a trilby.
I've broken the trend. Sorry, guys.
You just didn't get the memo about the top hat.
Sauntering out to join you is a trilby-wearing black bear, who is also a little bit unhinged. Like Gordon the Sun Bear is a bit unhinged. What is your unhinged black bear thief who's wearing a trilby?
My unhinged black bear thief who is wearing a trilby is called Boo Boo the Magnificent.
Yes! Love it.
And of course, like all black bears, you have a great skill for climbing.
Ah.
And last, but the opposite of least, Jacob.
Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, that is a 6, and a 3, and a 3 for my hat.
Someone's wearing a bowler hat. We are fancy boys and girls and non-binary pals. Bears.
Yeah, I don't think Gordon has a gender.
I think Bumbelina's
I
a
support
lady.
A gender, Gordon.
They're proud of it.
So, coming into
non-binary.
the clearing, finally
Oh
joining you.
no!
Non-binary.
Oh no!
Please tell me I wasn't the only one who heard that.
What did you say?
Peter, take it away.
I said non-binary.
I'm very impressed. I like it. That's exactly
Nice.
what Gordon is. Sorry.
I've completed
get
the
a gold
internet.
star.
I'll go for a WAS now.
In fact, although it isn't a thing in this, I will give you what's it called?
Inspiration?
Inspiration.
Yeah, that thing.
You can have a banana sticker.
I think we should have like rolling inspiration on this podcast whenever someone does something cool.
Yeah.
You get
At
to
some
re-roll
point,
something.
you will be able to use an extra d6.
I will accept banana sticker. I feel like that's enough of a prize.
You'll be able to use your banana sticker.
You can use it to bribe the DM. Like
He has a banana sticker. It's all that Michael
a
has.
medal among bears. Anyway, sorry, we got another character entering.
Yes. So entering is another carnage-driven honey badger
Oh, God.
who is also a driver. The
Oh,
only
God.
drivers you could get, the only bears who can drive are honey badgers.
It's because we're the only ones who aren't afraid of the road.
Well, unfortunately, this particular honey badger is somewhat incompetent,
Yes!
despite the fancy bowler hat. Does this honey badger have a name?
This honey badger's name is Pansy.
Nice.
Right, so, if any onlooker were to see, and the only one currently is a small squirrel, hiding very high up and trying not to be seen, but very curious, they would see a sun bear, a polar bear, a black bear, and 2 honey badgers, 3 of whom are wearing top hats. The others who are wearing a trilby and a bowler hat. They go by the names of Gordon, Michael, Bumbelina, Boo Boo the Magnificent, and Pansy, and they are about to commit a honey heist.
Bum, bum, bum.
On the Bare Necessities character sheet, there is a getting to know everybody
Yes,
thing.
there is.
No, you.
So, the
Getting to
way
know.
this works is that you can say in advance that you are in some way related to other people. You have a relationship. You can, be siblings. So if you would like to be bear buddies in some way,
I would like to be somebody's ex-wife.
You can be my ex-wife.
Thank you. I shall be Boo
Thank
the
you so
Magnificent's
much.
ex-wife.
any other relationships?
Pansy and Bumbelina could be related.
I feel like we are
Cousin?
not like really closely related. We're cousins.
I would like to be pen pals with Boo Boo the Magnificent, but I've been going under the name of Troubadour for the past number of years and have revealed myself to just be a polar bear named Michael.
Ah, so I do know it's you now, though.
Yes. And if anything, you are feeling great disappointment.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Any other relationships?
We need like a relationship roller.
I mean, since we've got 3 folks in top hats, are you 3 associated?
We're
with
a
it?
band,
Or is
we're a
that
band, we're a
marker of
band, we're a band, we're
I
a
was going
band,
to
we're
say,
a band.
Yes,
we are a band. We are a band.
So
Fantastic.
Gordon, Michael, and Bumbelina are a band. What is your band name?
We're called... Oh, there must be a pun. Hang
Well, hang on, let's check our band name section of the
pull up the
chat.
band names tab that we have on Discord. Our
Well,
band is
Eldritch Nadgers. That's a...
called... We are the Eldritch Nadgers. That's going to stick now.
Eldritch.
I feel like they're like kind of soft pop shoegaze, despite what you'd expect from the name.
Yeah, they're not actually that
Yeah.
vicious. They've
No.
had some radio airplay on Radio 2.
It's a lot like
Um,
synths and like
All of us
8-bit.
play synth. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like,
Yeah,
like I
we
think
are.
Gordon plays bass synth, like an old Korg. You guys are kind of on more kind of complex.
I think I play the theremin.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I know Gordon. It's probably how I came into this, even though they are my ex. But
Yeah.
I'm here now. They probably needed a thief. Even though this guy I was writing letters with is clearly a thief as well. But,
Yeah.
They clearly need a thief who knows what they're doing.
I just like it on the
Exactly.
record now that I'm only working with my ex-partner because I admire their skills, and this is an entirely professional relationship.
Yep. And this definitely
fact-
will not come into play at any point
Yeah,
in the future.
There is no issue here. I'd like every bear on the team to be aware that there is no issue here.
And just bear with us if we have a few things to work through.
We're both over it.
Whee!
Can we get character pronouns quickly? Gordon is non-binary.
Yep,
Gordon is
they.
non-binary, and I'm going to use they. Is that what you want, Matt?
Yeah, they for Gordon.
Cool.
Yep.
I want they for Boo Boo the Magnificent as well. I feel this was like a
Yeah.
nice non-binary marriage here that just
Yeah,
sat.
it
fell
was
apart.
once so inspiring, and
It
then
really was.
Yeah.
and then fell apart.
It became a decidedly uncivil partnership towards the end. But, you know,
I mean, I am a little unhinged. you see.
Noted.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, that's what might have been what
God,
went wrong.
I want the sitcom of these two as a couple.
He's living in a bear den.
I'll take a he, him, if it's going.
It is.
Would you like fries
On
with
the
that?
rocks.
We both tried to make the same joke in a very different
I could have changed my
direction.
Twitter bio to that.
To what? I'll take a he,
They,
him
them
on the rocks.
Yeah.
Bumbelina, what are your pronouns?
Bumbelina.
Oh, Bumbelina is a she, her.
And Pansy.
I think. Yeah, let's also go for she.
Cool.
Alrighty. This is our team.
Nice.
Wonderful. So, the way this game works is that you are either a bear or a criminal or a bit of both. So, all of you will have a character sheet, and on your character sheet you will have a scale of 1 to 6 for bear and 1 to 6 for criminal. You all start with 3 bear points and 3 criminal points. When you want to do a thing, you roll a d6, and if it's equal to or under that number, so when you first start, if it's equal to or under 3, then it works, and if it's over, you fail. If you're using your bear special skill, so for example, if as a sun bear, Gordon senses honey, and they're using their skill to sense honey, then they can roll an extra d6.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, one of them must be... Okay, so you pick the lowest. Cool.
And pick the lowest. So normally you're just rolling 1. If your plan fails, then you will move 1 point from criminal into bear. On the other hand, if your plan goes off really well, then you move 1 point from bear to criminal. So you use bear for being a bear and criminal for anything else, essentially. And if you reach 6 of either of them, then things will happen. You can actually move them from one to another. You can voluntarily move a point from bear to criminal by doing a flashback scene in which you and other bears plan out the heist over coffee and cigarettes in the back room of a seedy bar. Or
Fantastic.
you can move from criminal into bear by eating a load of honey.
Looks like honey's back on the menu, boys.
Hey.
So, we start off. You're all in a clearing with a fence along your side, and you know that if you head south along the fence, you will eventually reach the car park and the ticket hall. And if you head north, there may be a break in the fence that you could try and get through, but who knows?
Since 2 of us are drivers, do we have a vehicle?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But there's a
Are
car
there
park
any vehicles
nearby.
around?
However,
I imagine there'll be some in the car park. What I'm thinking, he says, slipping into character voice, is that we slick up. We've got a swimmer and a climber. Yes, and a honey sensor.
I can sense honey.
A sense honeyer?
Yeah, maybe think about an amphibious assault.
I was just going to get it through a sunroof.
Well, do we know if there's any water? I agree. B, do we know if there's any water with which we can launch an amphibious assault? It's by the lake, right?
Next to a lake.
Yes.
Are we?
We are next to a lake.
Yeah, it's literally called Lakeside.
You are near a lake.
I wish
Could have been
However-
optimistic.
I'm afraid that
I might have missed that.
it is the lavish lakeside camp. If you head around to the very northeast, then
there
you
might be
will
a boat.
have a small river that
I
feeds into the
have
lake.
a little problem with this one because
There's a similar
only one
one
of us can
down to the
swim,
southwest.
So if we all go that
Only one
route,
of us can swim well.
That's a bit.
Well,
that's
we
a
could
bit
steal
like...
a boat, and I can drive a boat up the river.
yes. But how about pretending to be persons and just walking in the gate? I will point at the gate.
We could. Do
We're
we
all
have
wearing
tickets?
delightful hats. Oh, tickets.
By the gate, there is a bin, and from this bin you can see pieces of fabric falling out. There may well be
to the
disguises
bin,
in
then.
this bin.
I think we should go to the bin and dress up. Yeah, let's do that.
I now
Let's
think
go
that's
to
a
the
bad
bin.
idea, and actually we should enter via the lake.
There's a mechanic for
I
dumpster diving.
disagree.
I'm glad you said that, because there's a mechanic for this. There is also a
Hint, hint,
fence,
I
and the
think
fence may
we
be
should
broken
go
to the
and we should
north.
check out, see if there are any disguises. Because even if we don't go in through the front door, disguises are good. And then we can go see
Yeah.
if there's a break in the fence.
I hate
Yes.
to agree with Gordon, but we probably need disguises. It was my idea first. I will have everybody know.
Bah! Ha ha! It was my idea. Everyone knows it was my idea.
How about we steal a car and make a hole in the fence?
That's a good
Well,
plan
that
B.
was my idea.
Plan
Oh.
B. First, the
Plan
bin.
Bear.
I was about
Plan
to say
Bear.
that.
Plan B for Bear.
The first
Which
plan
means it's
A
the first
for,
plan.
for Sun Bear. Let's go.
Right.
2 plans.
Okay. Matt, roll 4d6 for me and tell me their numbers.
4d6 coming right up. We have rolled a 2, a 3, another 3, and a 6.
So, Gordon,
Yes.
the unhinged sun bear hacker,
Yes.
who is very good at sensing honey.
Absolutely.
You are wearing a spiffing top hat,
I know.
and you decide that this would go with a very 90s tie-dye tuxedo jacket, shirt, and bow tie. You also think that that top would go really good with some leopard print smart trousers.
Yes.
You look
guys,
fantastic,
I've invented
Gordon.
a new look for the band.
I've never seen anything like it.
Thank you. We should all wear this. Humans dress like this,
What
don't
would
they?
a bear who's a furry for humans
I look
be?
just
like a
like a
skinny,
human.
No, we've had this conversation.
Oh, we'll have it again.
And I don't like it.
We're going to have it
Oh,
again
Rosie.
every single episode.
Matt,
Yes.
this has created something called your HBS, which stands for your Human Believability Score.
Oh my goodness, okay.
So if you're seen by a human while wearing this outfit, I will roll 4d6, which is the same number you rolled, and if the outcome is equal or lower to your score, you will pass as a human. If my roll is higher, then it may arouse
And
suspicion.
so is my score those 4 dice added up?
Yeah, it's a 13.
13. My HBS is 13.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You can also roll for an accessory, but I will warn you in advance that this carries a risk because it will give you either a plus or a minus to
Oh,
your
you can't
human
dangle
believability
that
score.
in front of me and expect me not to do it. I will absolutely roll for an accessory.
Right.
Wait, there's something at the bottom of the bin. It's a 3.
Oh no. It is a badge that says bear and proud.
All the humans
gives you-
wear these. It's a
It gives you
medal. They win them in
-3.
combat. It's entirely
It gives you
normal.
a -3 to your human believability score.
I put it in the
Amazing.
middle of my top hat.
You look just like a human.
I can barely tell the
you, darling.
difference.
Thank you.
I think some of these humans might actually be
Like,
hairier.
both of us just give like compliments to each other.
Michael, are you also
Oh, of course.
going to
Oh, of course.
scavenge?
I rolled, in order, a 4, a 3, a 1, and a 3.
And what was your accessory?
I will roll that now. I got a 4.
So, Michael, you root around and you find a black and white striped tuxedo jacket and shirt and bow tie.
I am
Someone
definitely
was
a bassist.
really throwing away these
So-
tuxedo jackets.
Yeah.
And then you also find some beautiful peach valor knickerbockers
Velour.
to wear with your tuxedo jacket and shirt.
Very good for fading into the
Subtle,
background.
Michael, subtle.
We'll make it onto Napster at this rate.
And then you find, of course, that wonderful, wonderful accessory. You find another top hat
Oh my god.
and a monocle. So you are now wearing 2 top hats, and that gives you a +1. That was a +1. So you've got a 12 human believability score.
Wonderful.
I think you look
I
fantastic,
don't like it, Michael. You're taller than me.
He tries to stack the top hats on top of one another, and it doesn't quite work. So he's just going to sort of perch one on each ear.
I was about to suggest
and
that.
he's going to use the monocle to tie them together, so it hangs in the middle of his forehead.
If one hat makes you look
thank
like
you.
a human, then 2 hats must make you look extra human.
Twice as human.
I wouldn't be
They'll make-
surprised if they declared you their ruler.
Bumbelina, roll for me.
3, 1, 4, 1. And then my accessory is a 4. Because it's the same as yours. I put it on my tail.
It's another top hat.
Bumbelina.
Yes.
Lord knows.
Bumbelina has the highest human believability score so far. She emerges from the bin wearing powder blue and frilly mittens,
Yes.
tartan Y-fronts, and a top hat on top of her top hat with a monocle.
So what was my HBS?
Your HPS was 13.
13, thank you.
I think you look magnificent.
Thank you. I also have 2 top hats and a monocle. I've stacked
But it
them.
looks much better on you than on Michael.
Well, thank you, Gordon.
I do wonder how you shall play the drums in mittens, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to
I
it.
play the
Speaking of
theremin.
magnificence, Boo Boo the Magnificent.
Is it
Roll
me?
me some dice.
Ooh, let me dive headfirst into this bin. 4, is that correct? Okay.
Boo Boo literally just vanishes into the bin.
That is a 1, a 6, a 2, and I need to roll one of these again because I only have 3d6. And a 5. 1, 6, 2, 5.
Yeah, I like the idea that we all just like jump into the bin and come back out again dressed.
Oh,
out,
absolutely.
I'm imagining it's one of those kind of industrial-sized ones with the flippy top.
I was imagining a tiny
It's
black
almost
bin,
repeated
but-
animation as we go in.
Yeah.
All right, are you going for a disguise as well?
I would... Do you mean
Sorry,
accessory?
an accessory.
I
Yeah,
think
that one.
I've got to, yes. And that is a 6.
Ooh.
So that is back out from the dumpster comes this beautifully dressed black bear in a trilby, wearing a fluorescent yellow trench coat and leopard print cargo pants.
Oh, no.
They pull
Tacky.
down their cool shades.
Yes!
No.
You have a 17 human believability score.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm just going to sidle over to Gordon and go, hate to tell you this, I think you've been upstage. And then I'm going to sidle away again.
Gordon does like the most obvious, like turns away, like
From
from
your
you,
ex.
like does like you're not worth my time. You don't understand art, kind of look.
I think you might actually be a human.
Oh, but
I'm
darling,
convinced.
I am. I'll pull down the shades and give you a little bear wink.
Michael cries. He wishes that he had never pretended to be Troubadour.
Realism is so last year. I prefer interpretation.
I haven't told the truth in 3 weeks.
Funny thing is, that's a lie.
Pansy, are you diving into the bin?
Yes,
Pansy,
I am.
Pansy,
And
get in the bin.
Get in the bin. Get in the bin.
I rolled a 1, a 5, a 5, and a 4.
Does Pansy want an accessory?
Yes, and she rolled a 1.
Right. Pansy comes out wearing a fluorescent yellow jumper, blue denim bell-bottomed flares, and a pink cowboy hat.
Oh, she looks so sexy.
Basically, the cast of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Your human believability score is 14.
I'm not confident that the pink cowboy hat will fit over the bowler hat, and it's one of those like trashy ones you get from a pound store with a strap on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
So-
wearing it like a belt. So when I walk on all fours, it's kind of I'm basically
like a
wearing it on
turtle.
my butt.
You look like a turtle
Nice.
with a butt.
Like a
And
papoose.
the jersey is from that time I was in the Tour de France briefly for about 30 seconds before I finished disemboweling the lead rider.
Oh, Pansy, if you turned that hat upside down, we could put honey in it. And it could hang off your tummy.
That's a very good idea, and we'll keep that for later.
Yes.
For now, though, with our impenetrable human disguises,
Even I can't tell that we're bears.
indeed.
Right, I think we should... Should we have a look at this potential hole in the fence? Should we march in like we
Yes.
mean to be there?
I think that sounds like a brilliant idea.
No, we're going in through the gate, aren't we? I thought we were going to walk right in.
We could try
We
that
look
as well.
fabulous.
We do. Who could turn us away?
I think we should try the front door.
Yeah, it's right there.
Follow me. I know what to do.
Alright,
I
Gordon.
look like a human.
Follow me.
follow the
I know
front man.
exactly
I
what
will-
to do. I look even more like a human.
I shall go
No,
first.
I
It was my
am
idea.
going first because
You're,
I
like,
actually came up
squabbling.
with this idea first, but you got to the bin first because you always push ahead, Gordon.
Everybody knows it was my idea. I shall let you go first out of the goodness
Well,
of
now
my
I
We're
could
not,
not
like-
possibly let you go ahead. No, I am not.
We're standing in front of the ticket people having this argument.
I think this is adding to our human believability score, honestly.
Yeah, we're literally just having like.
Yeah, except humans just hear our talking as.
And then you just cut back to it being translated. It's like, I never wanted that potted plant. You know that.
I thought it really went with the curtains. So I mean, what could I?
It did go with the curtains, but you removed the curtains, you fool.
That's because I'm a bear.
So
and
while
I'm
that's
unhinged.
happening, Pansy, I believe you were doing something.
I've just while this is going on, I'll as an aside to Bumbleina, I'll go. I don't know what you see in him, honestly.
He's a musical genius. He's one of the greatest musicians.
They're
of our
a musical
time.
genius.
Yeah, like I say, Gordon breaks off and just says they, and then like completely.
Oh, they.
friendly,
Sorry.
And then goes back into full
Sorry.
argument. Like it's like it's actually no. They're just like it's actually they.
That's the
I'm
non-binary
so
mood.
sorry, Gordon. I was so overcome with
And,
emotion.
that's the only
Yeah, and
bit
the
of
humans are like,
dialogue
oh,
that the
yeah.
humans understand.
All right. So you head into
Yes.
the ticket office.
One
Yes.
ticket, please.
Ticket office is a very loose term. There's like, a security station where they like, you got any bags? No, we'll just keep checking. There's, some nice person there handing out like a map of the area. But it's like they've run out, so it's just kind of standing there being like, la la la.
Who wants to do what? I mean, we could just walk in, see if anyone stops
So
us.
they are,
Ooh.
they sort of wave you all past, and the security guard is distracted by the very bizarre grunt-like argument seeming to go on between two of them, and one of them in a fluorescent yellow trench coat and cool shades looks like a regular old, regular guy, but the other one, there's something very, very odd about that
Oh
one.
no.
I'm going to approach this guard and attempt to assuage his concerns. I'm going to, I go up to him and I forget what I was going to do next, both in and out of character.
That's a
You
very
just
human
walk
thing to
right
do.
up to him and just stop.
Yeah, no, I just kind of sidle up to him, and because they're bickering, I'm going to make my best, just leave it, just let them work it out. Face.
All right. Will you roll against criminal for me?
Yep,
So you roll 1d6, and it has to be below whatever your criminal stat is.
that is a 1.
Hooray! The security guard gives you a conciliatory oh yeah, no, my friend just went through a divorce and it could be difficult and
long
lad, just go on through and just waves you on
I had
through.
to drive them up here, cool.
So you all get waved on
Yeah,
through.
as we're conciliating, I'm behind my back. I'm just like go
Yeah.
with my other hand.
We just sidle.
Poor.
Yeah.
Where's
yeah.
the argument
Thank
up
you.
to now?
You didn't wash out the honey pot.
We agreed we would not mention Canada.
Look, guys, I'm very sorry for that. I got Alaska confused with
Nope. Don't
the South.
hop in on this
Both of us
troubadour.
turn to Michael and go, "Shut up!" at the same time.
Oh, sorry. I go back to doing what all bassists do, which is looking rather distracted.
Yeah, you're just looking off aloof into the distance.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a drummer to annoy.
So
Okay, so yeah, we're
you
inside.
come out of the ticket hole and you enter into the brilliant sunlight and water glittering off an hourglass-shaped lake. And across the middle of the lake is a nice bridge to shorten the distance for anyone who might be travelling. And from where you are, you can see stalls all around the lake, some bigger than others. There is one directly across the bridge, one just to the right of that. Standing on the side of the bridge you are, if you look to the left, you can see a small stage near you, and then one that's covered in it's a large black tent to your very left. To your very right, there is yet another large tent, just a general, white fairground tent. And at the very bottom of the lake, you can see, next to a tiny little first aid tent, the main stage, which is opened up, and there's a big crowd in front of it all cheering. What do you do?
Ooh.
Where do you go?
So many
I'll
options.
turn to hey, Gordon.
Yes.
Yeah, what do your
I would
bare
like
nose
to-
smell?
I would like to smell for honey, please,
Right.
using my special skill, which is smelling honey.
Okay.
Honey,
So,
honey.
if you
how
will
you
roll
thrill me. Uh-huh.
2d6 and pick the lowest.
Honey, honey.
2d6 and pick the lowest.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Honey, honey. Both are 4.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh, You walk straight into a wall.
So you're going to need to move one of your stats from criminal into bear. Oh, I should also specify, Jacob, you need to move 1 point from bear into criminal from your successful humaning.
Okay, so we always move a stat.
If it fails or if it goes off, you move it one way or the other.
Cool.
So I epically fail to smell anything.
Oh, what's that? Getting distracted by sauerkraut again, are we?
Quiet! I'm concentrating!
As this is
a
honeycon,
fine
I
art.
think everything smells of honey. There is not a single area that smells even more of honey, because everything smells of
Except
honey.
for the sauerkraut stand. I have said the word sauerkraut, now we have to justify it in narrative. There is also a sauerkraut stand.
There is one honeyed sauerkraut. Honeyed sauerkraut for sale.
Yes, honeyed sauerkraut.
Wouldn't that make it sweet kraut?
Yeah, you're actually
I feel
right.
No, make it
Zeus.
foul, that's what it would make it.
It would. Be like we get, well, I don't know, sweet and sour, that's a
Yeah,
thing.
sweet and sauerkraut. I like that. That's what the stall is called.
That's the name of the stall.
It's from mainland China, which is where a lot of honey in the world genuinely comes from.
Sweet and sauerkraut, that actually sounds kind of nice. TM.
So Gordon follows his nose towards the sweet and sauerkraut stall.
Oh, it's just like in Shanghai.
Sorry, guys.
Are we being shanghaied by the sauerkraut?
Yeah. Like, Gordon sees smells as colours in front of him, but he's just trying to follow so many different ones. He ends up just walking around in circles.
Sauerkraut, and
So
honey.
you're still outside the ticket hall on this side of the bridge. Gordon is now walking in circles.
Right.
They seem to be having
Perhaps
some
the
difficulties.
honey's deep underground.
In the honey mines.
I am intrigued by that black tent on the left, because it is a big black tent and I'm a big black bear. And therefore...
You match. You might fade into the background if you went there.
Oh, it just tells me there's honey there because I'm slightly unhinged.
Oh,
Yes.
well,
Now you
well,
keep saying that.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
As you are sitting and discussing, there is movement from the entrance to the black tent. And out come some security guards.
Oh no, my senses were all wrong.
Oh, let's sneak in through the back then.
But they must be guarding the honey.
Yeah,
Could
so
be.
we'll go round the back, and there
Or
won't be guards.
there's meant to be that, Miss Universe 20 what's its face.
The beautiful
How
bee.
far-
There as
She's
well.
the bee's knees.
Quick question: how far away are the
Bewitching.
guards, roughly?
The guards are at the top of the lake. One of them is finishing off a sandwich, and the other one's having a cup of coffee. They're having a chat. They seem to be just getting off a break.
Hey, Helen.
Okay.
What's in that sandwich? What's in that sandwich, though?
Honey.
Is it a honey sandwich?
It's a honey
It's
sandwich.
a honey sandwich.
I throw one of the honey badgers at them.
Oh god.
Roll for honey badger.
All right, roll for that.
Well, flip a coin,
Roll for
isn't
which
it?
honey badger? Odds are Jacob, evens are me.
Right, I'll roll one dice. That's a 2.
That's me.
I throw Bumbleina directly at them.
Right, I want you to roll.
It's gonna be bear.
I think that's got to be
It
bear,
has
yeah.
to be bear, and I don't think that this comes under swimming
No,
or being a thief.
neither do I.
I don't
You
know.
know
You
what?
are rolling one dice against being bear.
As a DM myself, there are sometimes you've got to make tough decisions on what role that's going to be. With this one, not that. I rolled a 1.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
You go, Luki, you go flying across the air. In fact, it's quite impressive because you're kind of in the middle of the lake and it's at the top of the lake and you fly for a mile. It's really quite something.
I'm just filing my nails in the air.
Unknown to everyone is Gordon has a degree in applied ballistics.
That would have been
Firstly,
a great
I'm called
joke if you'd
Michael.
said the right name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gordon's the one who threw it.
No,
Michael did.
Michael.
Do you want to do a take 2? We can just cut it in.
What everyone doesn't know is that Michael has a degree in applied ballistics. That sounded natural.
It did.
Oh, the sheer comedy falling off my limbs. Quick, everyone, run round the back of the tent.
So,
So what happens when I land on this man and his delicious sandwich?
I don't know.
fly
That's your
through the air.
problem.
And as you head towards the man, your hands, your paws are out, and you sort of flip over this guard, taking the sandwich as you do, and just shoving it into your mouth as you flip, and you land in a perfect gymnastics pose, arms up, and bow.
Sandwich in mouth.
Sandwich in mouth.
Perfect.
Do a big swallow. Delicious, thank you.
Right.
So where am I now?
They're suspicious.
That's fair.
I agree with Pansy's plan. We all go and we hide behind the tent. As soon as Michael does this, we're like, oh, good gracious.
Yeah, I go
The
behind the
security
tent.
guard is like, hey, that was my sandwich!
And it was delicious,
Wait
thank
a
you
minute.
so much.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Mittens. Wire fronts. You're a bear.
No, I'm a theremin player.
A what?
A theremin player!
Now, unfortunately, they rolled 17 against your human believability
crap.
score.
Oh, poo.
So, one of the guards pulls out a walkie-talkie and gets ready to sort of raise the alarm, and the other one pulls out a baton, and the one with the walkie-talkie seems to be calling animal control. What do you do?
Can I see them bring out the walkie-talkie?
You can,
Or
but
is
you
that-
are fairly far away.
Yeah,
I mean-
I'm thinking I'd like to look. I know this will take a couple of this will take time, but I want to look around for can I see anything like, I don't know, like a radio communications center, like another radio nearby.
Yep, well, you need to roll criminal for this.
Yep, I shall roll criminal. Because I'm a hacker, I might be able to scramble communication.
If you're doing it because you're a hacker, you can roll 2 dice and take the smallest.
Okay, well, I have rolled a 1.
Yes, there is, sort of halfway between you and Luki by the fence, around there is actually a small radio tower that seems to be where all local broadcasts would go through.
I would like to rush towards the radio tower, and as I rush, I'd like to say, it's because this is the right thing to do, not because I care.
That's exactly what she would.
Wonderful.
Right. So with the last one, you will have moved 1 point from bear into criminal, and now you are again going to be rolling criminal.
Okay. Is it me straight away, or
Unless someone else wants to do a thing.
I mean, I would love to grab and destroy their walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I'm going to say I feel like you get a go
Alright.
first as well.
So,
And because I have carnage, I feel this is quite...
that is a skill. So roll 2d6 for criminal.
I rolled 2 3s, so just made it.
Just made it. Yeah. So, you grab the walkie-talkie and crush it in bare hands.
With my
bare
bare
hands. And one of the human, there's the human that's sort of backing away and is scrambling to sort of get into the security tent, is what you presume this black tent is, and seems to be planning to run around inside and possibly get more help from in there. The other one is threateningly waving its baton at you, but doesn't look like they really know how to, fight a bear.
I'm just calmly eating the walkie-talkie. Staring at him
Goes
in the
beautifully
eyes.
with honey sandwiches. Right, Michael, Boo Boo, Pansy, are any of you going to get involved in this situation?
After you found the walkie-talkie tower, Gordon, I think Pansy is going to saunter forward and just kind of crick the net and push out her front paws and goes, right, seems what we need round here is a little carnage. And I'm going to find the most important piece of tech I can and rip the shit out of it.
Right. Roll me 2 dice for bear.
I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Oh no.
So you go to try and tear down this tower, but you are but a bear, and it is a large monolith of steel. So you just kind of end up
Lanking buffoon!
pole dancing around it. And while the fact that you're doing this in your flesh and yellow jumper and blue bottom bell and this pink cowboy hat, you look a little bit like you've, dressing up for a 70s party and had a little bit too much fun. But unfortunately, you're no closer to bringing this tower down.
That's the look, though.
One of the security guards has made it back inside the tent.
Uh-oh. Hello, sir. Let me try and human him into submission. I don't know what this includes, but I'm going to saunter up in my leopard print cargo trousers, because we're British.
So,
Yes.
you, while this was all happening, you, sprinted up to this tent.
Oh, yeah. I think we all were near the tent. Yeah.
Yeah, and now you are sauntering. So there is a security guard outside staring down Bumbelina with increasing concern, and the other security guard has rushed inside now to try and get more help after their walkie-talkie was destroyed.
I'm going to have to use the manual talkie.
I'm going to pretend to faint.
Okay.
Ah!
Alright, let me roll your human believability.
Oh, God.
Oh no,
What did you get, Helen?
it's very high. I rolled 20 and you'll have a 17.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh, wow.
How did you roll? Okay. So
5, 5, 4, 6.
I saunter up.
Oh, wow.
Hello, good sir.
And the security guard hears. This guard also drops their baton and turns and runs inside the tent.
Oh boy.
Yelling, "Bears! Bears! The bears are here!"
Oh boy. Okay, I think we just need
Is
to
there-
run,
is-
guys.
Is there another security guard?
They're both inside the tent now.
Oh boy.
Damn. I will attempt to shut the front of the tent to prevent any from getting out.
Okay, how are you going to do this?
We burned
Describe
down the
it for
tent
me.
with them inside. The perfect crime.
Steady on.
Were they sitting on like a picnic bench?
No.
Oh, what were they sitting on to have their
They
sandwich?
they
Or were
literally just walked out and they were eating sandwiches and donuts and finishing their coffee and clearly about to go back to work after a break.
Oh, is there a bench nearby?
Yes, there can be a bench nearby for narrative
Thank you.
purposes.
I will throw the bench opening. I will blockade the entrance
Right,
with a
so-
bench.
This is a very important distinction. Are you blockading or are you just chucking a bench?
Blockading by velocity. Yeah, I will blockade. I will.
Okay. So I need you to roll criminal for me.
Oh, I got a 3, which is a success. So I'm now 5 criminal.
Yep, so you have barricaded them in. However, you're fairly sure that they probably have other walkie-talkies in there, so even if they're barricaded in and they can't get out, if there are any others around, they may be aware that there are bears now.
Okay, we need to run.
no.
How close is the walkie-talkie tower to the black tent?
It's right by the black tent. You've basically just...
Have I arrived at the
you are
walkie
at
tower
the
yet?
walkie-talkie tower.
May I attempt to use my skill of hacking
Yes.
to scramble? I want to go for some wires and try and basically take down their walkie-talkie
Yep,
abilities.
so roll criminal for me.
I've rolled a 1.
Hooray!
Woo.
May I ask that Gordon not only scrambles communications, but he does it by rewiring all the radios so that they play his favourite band, Bearport Convention.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
How long have you
yes.
been sitting on that one?
Only about an hour.
Okay.
In the security tent, the security guards rush back. They finally reach the computers or their walkie-talkies. They pick them up, try to play them, and... What? Nothing gets through. There's just this music. They rush back to the entrance of the tent, try to get out, but it's barricaded. There is no hope. Meanwhile, Pansy is still just having a moment with the side of the tower.
I think there's just a cartoon type swirl of dust with the occasional paw or biff or ow symbol halfway up the tower, and it resolves into Pansy going. Somehow she's now wearing the cowboy hat, and the bowler hat is perched on her bum. And she shakes the delirium free, and I'm going to try and leap I'm going to try and go from the top of the tower over to the canvas roof of the tent and dig in with my sharp claws.
Okay, roll bear with some carnage for me.
Fantastic.
Nice.
We just started a
So is she trying to destroy the tent?
No, I'm not getting that far. I want to get on the damn thing first.
To get on it and maybe scrabble.
Yes. And the clause was just a hint for what happens if I fail, but thankfully I did not. So 1 point into crim.
So, Pansy, from the tent you can see all.
Ooh. I would like to try and scramble up to. Actually, no. From where I am, I'd like to take a quick look around for. There tend to be like big trailer parks or vans where delivery goods come in to stock up the tents. For stuff to sell. I'd like to see if there is an area for like delivery vehicles, because there's probably going to be a high concentration of honey and honey adjacent products over there.
There will be now. So you are at the very top of this lake. The lake is shaped like an hourglass, and across the very sort of middle of it is a bridge. And from where you are, you can see that the biggest tent of all is just immediately around to your left. Mm-hmm. And behind that seems to be a bunch of lorries and trucks and a bit of a sort of building area right behind there. And then further below that, near the sort of between that area and the food and the main stage is the food court.
Fantastic!
Yay!
And it seems to be the busiest area. You can't see what the stall immediately to your left is, other than the fact that that is the biggest area of the whole place. You can also see that to the other side of the ticket hall, so if you turn right at the ticket hall instead of turning left at the ticket hall, is that small sort of conferencey tent you saw before, just sort of the average one, actually has guards walking around it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. With all that noted, are there any gaps in the top of the tent?
No, it's a tent.
Cool.
It's not very good tent if it has holes in it.
To let out all the delicious, delicious honey fumes.
Even then, that tends to be netted. So no, unfortunately, like most tents, this tent doesn't have holes in the ceiling.
Okie dokie. In which case, I'm going to use my sharp honey badger claws to discreetly make a little tear so I can poke my honey badger head through and see what's going on inside.
Sure, I won't make you roll that. So you stick your head down and you see right the way into, you're at the very edge of what looks like sort of the main security room, conveniently. And in that main room, you can see the two guards that your darling compatriots managed to scare inside and that were barricaded in. And they're talking to two others, frantically explaining what was going on. One of them is just like, I'm going to call the boss, and pulls out a phone, and you hear sort of from the other, you can't really hear what's going on, but you could hear like, boss, yeah, they're here. Yeah, bears.
I hate to be a stickler. I thought I took down the radios.
This is a phone.
Mobiles.
Oh, is it a phone? Oh, God.
Gordon doesn't believe in phones.
People actually use those things?
I know, it's madness.
What?
How do they do it? Your ears and mouth are so far apart from each other. How are you supposed to hear and talk at the same time?
I've never
But
understood.
it's so mainstream and crypto-fascist.
As you're watching, they're like, boss, can you hear me? Boss. And they check the phone and be like, damn it, no signal.
Hey.
There we go.
Because you're in the middle of nowhere.
I'm a genius.
Done, Gordon.
I think that I am going to... The secure... Words... Cool. That's good to know for now. Yeah, I'm just going to leave, and I am going to attempt to. Let's see. I am going to try and find. I'm going to kind of mantle round to where the other bears are.
Hello.
And I'm going to go. Oi, teammates.
Yes. Hello.
Catch. And I'm going to leap off into their waiting pause.
Ah. All right.
Catch him.
Right,
Just stop halfway through.
Continue falling.
right, so is anyone going to try and catch Pansy?
I do not. I just yell at Michael.
I'll do it.
Oh.
I'll grab her. I'm lying on the ground
Bumbleina.
anyway.
Roll for me.
Oh no, is this bear?
It's whatever you want it to be.
I have no
Michael's
idea.
trying to pick his top hat out of his top hat.
I will bear. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that was a 3.
Hey.
That was a 3. So you, Boo Boo the Magnificent catches Pansy in their arms. And it's just like, so small, such a sweet little honey badger in your big black bear arms.
Hello, Pansy.
I will.
I'll put her down.
Yeah, I will pat them on the side of the snoot and then roll out and look at Bumbleina and go, yeah, now that's quality. And then goes, I think I know where most of the honey is. Come with me. And
Yes.
saunter off
To the honey!
Finally, someone to follow that isn't Gordon.
Which way are you going?
I'm going towards the big old tent.
Nice.
The big old tent with all the trucks behind it. I'm going to fill them in as we go. Yeah, I'm going to say, load of trucks behind that big old tent. Should be good. Should be able to get an easy stash from there. Guards were flummoxed by the radios for the moment, but they're going to come up with something sooner or later, so we should possibly get a hurry on.
Right, what I think we should do is we should go behind these tents where there are lots of guards. Now, they'll be flummoxed because I disabled the radios.
Yeah, we've
and
already
I
done
think
that
we should
bit,
do that.
Gordon. We've already
Quiet,
done
Pansy,
that.
quiet. I'm being dynamic.
Pansy, Gordon is telling us their amazing plan. Can't you tell? Go on,
So
Gordon.
therefore, I think we should sneak in, all subtle-like, and steal all their honey. And I also think that Michael should go first.
Okay, Gordon.
Oh, Michael!
That last bit I can get behind. Michael, off you go, dear.
Do you think Michael owes
Hello.
Gordon a life debt or something?
So, Michael, are you trying to sneak into the tent? Or around the tent? Where are you trying to go?
I heard there were vans, so I'm sneaking in the direction of vans.
Alright, so the van's are the other side of this tent. So do you want to go through the tent, or do you want to go around the tent?
I'll sort of plod around it.
Okay. So you plod around the tent, and there are a few humans at the back of the tent just, like, having a smoke. And they kind of look at you, like, wave like hi, and don't even, like, give you a second glance. Clearly, your human disguise is working amazingly.
Oh, yeah.
Purely the black and
I
white
rolled so
tuxedo
low.
and the peach and the peach knickerbockers are truly giving an image for their eyes.
Yeah.
I will attempt. I will go to not the first van, not the second van, not the third van, but the fourth van, and try and open it.
Right. So it's locked, but one of the people who was there was a bit like, "Hey, you forget your keys."
Yes. I have unfortunately mislaid them in a timeshare.
Alright, you got quite an accent there, bud. But, like, what do you need? I can probably give you anything. The van's empty anyway. We emptied it all out into the tent.
Oh, do you have any honey on you, like a to-go cup?
And one of them was just like, "Oh, yeah, here." And he pulls out, like, a small jar of honey and, like, tosses it to you. And then be like, "But like I said, goods in the tents. They've got all sorts of stalls in there. You should check it out."
Thank you. Have a good evening. And then he's just
You
going to
too,
walk
mate.
in the Thank you. He's just going to walk in the opposite direction. And actually, no. What he's going to do before he leaves, he's going to give one of those head nods. You know, the I acknowledge you. And he's going to head nod.
Yeah.
So,
And,
They, like,
and then-
salute back with the cigarettes.
Thank you. With this pot of, I will consume the pot of honey. To move 1 point from criminal into bear, because I was becoming dangerously criminal and not enough bear. I needed more bear. I will go back towards the tent and try and poke my head. Oh, actually, I'll go in sideways because of the top hats. I'll poke my head into the tent and see if there's any. I'm assuming there is honey.
Yep, and your human disguise held up again.
Oh.
So you slide into a tent, and it is, you know, if you've ever been to any sort of Comic-Con or any sort of fair, there's just about 3 or 4 rows of stalls, and there's people mingling along, and people are dressed up in different outfits, and some people are dressed up in, like, bear suits.
Oh no.
And people are wearing all sorts of strange outfits, and you hear one of them talking about, like, a meet-up for, like, bear cosplay later on, and there are stalls for honey
Bearing it all.
toothpaste,
Sorry.
honey eye drops, honey tinctures.
That sounds so
and then there is-
unsanitary.
that sounds so painful.
I'd like to state that live music is being provided by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Although they will be playing at the main stage later on.
Yes, indeed. This is just an acoustic taster set.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there are rows upon rows of stalls selling honey products of all sorts, and a lot of them seem to have samples as well.
What I will do is I'll poke my head. Is the gang following me?
As far as I know, they're still waiting outside the tent, and you've disappeared around the side to the lorries and never returned.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's okay. I don't really have a way to signal for that I can think. So what I'll do is I will try and steal some honey, for I am a thief, and also a bear. What I will do is I will take off one of the top hats and I will attempt to slide. You know that thing in like Supermarket Sweep, where they just put their hand on like the edge of one of the shelves and then run along it, and it all flies into the trolley. Yeah, I'm going to do that with Honey and a top hat.
Right, roll 2 for me and take the lowest under bear.
Okay, so I need a 2 in this to work. I got 2 3s.
No.
I got 2 3s.
Oh, wait, and you said you needed a 2 for it to work.
Yes.
Right. So you start to do this, and the stall owner's like, "Hey, you need to pay for that."
I will.
There's a cash machine over there. Sort yourself out.
Get your shit together.
I will go over there and attempt to pick up the cash machine.
Yes.
Roll bear.
Is this technically stealing a cash machine?
Yes, I will give you a fee for that. Roll twice for bear.
Oh my god.
I got a 3 and a 5 and I needed a 3.
Yay!
So you succeed in picking up the cash machine.
Oh my god.
So, as you are stealing it, I assume you are walking out with the cash machine.
Oh, well, no, I'm going to give it to them and then I'm going to keep taking the honey.
Oh my god.
For some reason, this works.
They're like, yeah, right. It's got thousands of pounds in it.
Yeah, you're strong enough to pick up a
It's the
cash
cash machine from the adjoining stall, which they were meant to be supervising while the owner went on lunch break.
Oh.
Yeah, they're now just so perplexed. They're like, yeah, take what you want.
I'm not going to argue with this person.
They can lift up a cash machine.
Well, this
So you
cosplayer is
fill
obviously
your hat
very literal.
full of honey.
I will then walk out with it in hand, exit the tent, walk around the back, go to my comrades and say, "Oh, it's quite easy. I just walk in and took some honey, and then just start sort of. I'm going to keep eating honey out of my top hat."
Okay, so take another point from criminal into bear.
Right, there we go.
You said there's more?
Yes, there's quite a lot actually.
Is there enough for all of us?
There's quite
Is there enough for me?
There's quite a lot. Maybe you go last, Gordon. There's
Rubbish! I shall lead heroically from the front. I shall go first.
I think I
Fantastic.
might.
You go do that, and we'll stay here with the honey.
they want cash machines, so if you've got any on you,
do you think
hand
they'll
them
take
over.
A whole cash machine? That seems quite steep.
That's inflation for you.
I don't know the conversion rates.
Let's get on with this then. That was a good first start.
Well, it sounds like our brave band of bears have got their work cut out for them if they want to pull off the honey heist of the century. Listen to next week's episode for the thrilling conclusion. But until then, thank you for listening to Direcast. If you'd like to keep up to date with episodes and announcements, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Direcast and at DirecastPod, respectively, and subscribe to us on your favourite podcatcher. And hey, if you enjoyed listening to us, maybe consider sharing us with a friend. This week we were playing Honey Heist by Grant Howitt, a link to which can be found in the description, along with our individual social media information. And at least for this week, that's how the Direcast.